Good morning. I'm so excited about choosing the colors for my new niece or nephew's baby quilt. And by quilt, I mean blanket. Anyway, my sister is a quilter and she loves scraps, so I want to use up some of my scraps, and I've been looking for the perfect project and I have an idea in mind, but I need to sort them between lights and darks. And I work almost completely with scraps, so I buy most of my yarn from Goodwill and that kind of thing. I mean, I like the nice stuff that I'm gonna wear or have as an accessory, but for baby blankets, I want something that you can throw in the wash and that I can not feel bad about, because there's probably going to be dog fur on it if I give it as a gift. So I like it to be washable before I give it, and then I hope that it's used a lot and that it needs to get cleaned up. So I want to show you how I sort scraps into deciding if it's light or dark. Usually I just have my phone out and I hold my phone and turn it on to black and white, and then see if it's a light or a dark. But I have my laptop here that's a little more hands-free, and I like that idea because then I can kind of show you what I'm doing as well. So I'm wearing like a brown or a tan sweatshirt. It's really old, but it is what works for kind of a medium tone. So you could wear like a golden yellow or something like that. I have this little silhouette vintage thing behind me, like something like that would work as well. So kind of choose if you want to have something more towards like a really light pastel blanket, then you want to choose something that's lighter. But if you want to choose something that's kind of dark, then you want to have dark as your main thing. So I need to switch this over. I'm going to make it be black and white. Okay, so now that everything's in black and white, instead of thinking about your colors is like, is it rainbow colors or not? So this is my jar. I have two of them. Like, I just get old pickle jars. But what I do is I just hold it up and pull this one out. This one's obviously light colored. And I just toss them into my project containers on the floor. So this one, it's actually like a really, really bright green, but it's reading as a dark. So this one right here, it's kind of confusing if I look, but it's actually a bright yellow that goes in as a light. So I kind of like this new way to make it hands-free. This is like a light gray that I would have known. Sometimes they're kind of surprising. Like this one is a really, really bright pink. Here, I'll switch over. Anyway, I'll switch over in a second, but this is a really bright pink. I might have thought it was a dark, but it's going in the lights pile. So I just have my two project baskets on the floor, and I'm just tossing as I see it. This is a variegated, so it's kind of difficult. I would have thought that it was a bright. That's the trouble. People get kind of wrapped up in whether it's bright or not, but it really has to do with the tone. This one's tricky. So in that case, I'll hold it up to my sweater, which remember is like a light brown. And in that case, when I hold it up, it's a little darker than the sweatshirt. So then that's going to go into a dark. So I just continue like this, and I'll go like this through both of my jars, and then I'll sort through my scraps. And my plan is to make, ooh, that one just rolled under my project shelf. Anyway, so my plan is to make a mosaic style blanket. So I'm really excited to get started, and maybe this will help you understand how I choose colors. So I'm going to switch back to color here in just a minute. Okay, so here's back to color. Here are some examples of what I chose as lights. Like this is that bright pink that I was kind of surprised by, or maybe this lime green was surprising. And then here are the ones that I chose as darks. So I have these colors. So anyway, I hope that helps with your color selection of Scrappy blankets. I imagine it would work for, I use this for quilting as well if I'm doing something super scrappy, but it'll help when I'm doing a mosaic to determine which one to use as the background and which one to use as a foreground. So I'll keep you updated on that project, but that's just a helpful way to choose your colors.